Earl. What's happening? How y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody is in their places with sunshine faces. Well, that's a good thing. Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and the cast of characters as we kick off a Taco Tuesday. That's the first thing Carol said when she walked in. You know, today is Taco Tuesday. You want to go get some little bitty-ass tacos?
Let's go to the one by her, not the one on.
Now she's picking out which taco joint you want to go to. Which one you want to go
Right
to?
down the street.
Right down the street where?
On Jefferson.
On Jefferson.
Yeah, the one by Chick-fil-A.
You want to get in front of the microphone? The mic is behind your head.
It is?
See, this is why we need to have you on camera.
That's why you don't. I didn't take my medicine yet, so there ain't no
Lord have
telling.
mercy. I'm going home.
You know, I have to take
Show is over.
medicine to keep my attention.
And what are you doing right now, Carol? Explain to the people what
I'm
you're doing.
polishing my nails.
And she's putting on this purple polish. That's purple, right?
It's purple.
And it almost matches your pants. Almost. That's pretty close. You're matching today. I can't believe you had that microphone behind your head.
That shows you. I told you I got my medicine. I got to go home and take that.
So the people that are watching us can have a better vision of what that looked like. It looked like this, folks.
I could talk through the back of my head, you guys.
Well, that's special talent, I got to tell you. She'll have you coming and going at the same time. Woo!
I think that's why they call me the Carol,
The Carol, no doubt.
because I have my own little ways of stuff.
Now, what you got a different purple you put
Yeah,
on
I brought
now.
2 purples, which I'm lucky because remember that one broke.
Yeah, the stem fell out of the bottle, out of the applicator
So pretty,
knob
huh?
thing. Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm going to do my feet now.
No,
No, I'm not going to do
No.
my feet.
no feet.
I don't like
Oh,
anybody to
this-
see my feet unless they're polished, and right now they're not.
They're not polished. Okay.
No, they'll be naked.
I'm trying a new drink today. I went to the grocery store and I saw this. It's
What is it? Let me see. Is it a vitamin drink?
no, it's peach ginger with vinegar. In it. It has
The
water.
vinegar will help you shrink your stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's in it though?
it's got water.
Is there
peach,
sodium?
apples, cider vinegar, lemon, ginger, coconut nectar, and vegan probiotic.
That's pretty good. I think I've had those before. They sell them in pavilions in one part, all those drinks. Yeah, they don't sit with the regular one.
Right. 5 grams of sugar.
Well, you don't want that now.
Well, that's not much.
No, there's a lot of drinks that have no sugar.
Well, I got to have a little sugar.
Well-
Sodium, 15 grams.
Well, you don't want that either. A lot of these drinks don't have.
Well, why don't I just drink water?
Well, they have drinks that don't have the salt and that in it.
Well, that 15 grams is not that bad.
Does
Gotta
that
have a
say
little
per
salt.
serving? Is that one serving in that bottle?
Yeah, it's 1 serving.
Does it say one serving?
12% juice, so it's not, it's not a high content of actual juice, but 2%.
And I'm so healthy. I'm drinking water with the fresh lemon squeezed in it.
No, you're disgusting.
No sugar. But then I did have a peanut butter cup.
Yeah. So you can get 5 cents back on the bottle when you recycle it. So there you go. All right. So that's my little. I'm just trying. It's the first time I've tried it. It's not bad. You can definitely taste the vinegar, and
Well, you
that's
want
what drew
the
me
vinegar.
to that.
The
Yeah.
vinegar is very healthy.
Yeah, it is.
And you know
Very
what
good.
else is?
What?
Beets. Beets will get rid of inflammatory. You can literally buy at Costco's. They have it in a bottle. You can take beet shots. Beets will get rid of inflammation. I think that's why my asthma right now, because somebody suggested that to me.
And you did the beets.
I've been
huh?
taking shots of it, yeah.
Well, the only beets I'm going to do is
I mean,
On
that
a
asthma
drum.
was wearing me out.
I can't stand beets. The
I
the
love
smell of them
beets.
just make me gag.
Well, there's vinegar in beets. They
Yeah.
marinate it in vinegar. Pickle it.
Disgusting. That's one thing that it could stop making and it wouldn't bother me. Beets, rutabaga, squash. I mean, who needs
Your mother
that?
didn't make you eat those things?
Hell no.
See, my mother did.
Yeah.
Of course, we had bibs on, so we could stuff
Yeah.
in the bib.
See, we always had a dog, so everything I didn't eat, I'd give it to the dog. And he'd sit over in the corner with a huge belly.
See, my cats, you couldn't do that because they
Yeah.
don't like table food unless it's whipping cream.
Yeah. Whipping cream. Hey, what's up? With that, let's bring in Chris.
Good segue, sir. Good morning, Lee, and good morning to the Carol.
Good morning.
Carol. Carol, what'd you spill on your blouse there? That's not
Probably
fingernail polish, huh?
My water and lemon.
You got a hole in your chin.
No, I had trouble drinking from these because I don't want my lipstick to get messed up. And I won't drink out of a straw.
Well,
if
let
I
me make a
can help it.
suggestion. Look, I know, Carol, that we cannot see your face, and because you're part of the FBI Witness Protection Program, but if it's possible, could Lee, for example, do a split screen and show a picture of you instead? So not you live, just a picture from time to time.
That's a good idea.
Ask about, right, yeah. That's
No,
how about
actually,
that?
I was very angry this morning. I seen somebody post a picture of some work I did,
Yeah.
and she's telling the people about her color. I wanted to go in there so bad and say, the only thing you colored was her roots, honey. Those are extensions that made that color. Because that's what I do, is I create color with extensions. And
Right.
I was a little pissed, but no, he can't do a split
Did they
screen.
give you credit?
No, she didn't.
What did you
I
call
never
her?
get.
Say,
I don't get credit.
give me a little
When
credit,
I did
Mama.
Janet Jackson, I didn't get credit.
No?
When I did Michael, I
Did you
didn't
get money?
Credit. Sometimes money's nice, but sometimes you
Yeah.
want the credit because
Sure. It helps you with
doing
your
what I
new
do
clients.
is the main part of
course.
of anything. It's like if you make a pie, your main part of the pie crust is the flour, correct?
I guess. I
Couldn't
don't
make
know. I
crust
don't make
without
no
the
damn
right
pies.
flour.
I eat them, but I don't make them. I love apple pies, peach pie.
I love Marie Callender pies.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good pie.
I like her banana cream.
Yeah, those are cool. Can't eat much of it, though. It's too rich.
No.
And a lemon meringue or a, what's the one that's oh, God. It's key lime pie. I can go with a key lime. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
But again,
those
you
are-
can't eat a lot of that stuff, you know.
It's very rich, of course.
Yeah.
mainly obvious,
Could only
and, like,
eat a half of
Yeah,
pie.
I don't know how those people
Not the
sit
whole
down
thing.
when they have pie contests and they eat a whole pie.
Yeah. No, that's
That would be,
like a good strawberry, shortcake. Somebody made a strawberry shortcake pie for one time for us. Man, I ate half of that and went to sleep for 2 days. I couldn't take no more, man.
yeah. That's like me with a whole tray of brownies with walnuts.
Oh, see, Paris Ross likes beets too.
Paris Ross?
Yeah.
The famous Paris Ross from Chicago?
Yeah, whoever it is, she's on our thing right now.
Hey, Paris, how you doing? Paris was the winner of the WBMX rap song. She created a rap song when she was a little girl. She was like 15, 16 years old.
All right.
So she's a full-grown woman now. That was,
Oh, yeah.
40 years ago. So she's about 90.
Oh, you asshole.
That'd be who I am.
Can you play her
Can you
rap
put a
song?
mister on that? I don't have a copy of it. Make me
Mr.
feel better.
Asshole.
Mr.
Mr. Asshole.
Mr. A-hole.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Paris
Someone
is
else likes bean pies.
bean pies.
I do too, but
Yeah, bean pies, okay.
sometimes the Muslims, when they're on the corner, because, like I said, I can be with my sister. Some people tell me it ain't my sister.
Mhm.
We have different, and I go, no, we have the same parents. You don't all look alike always.
That's right.
And they don't usually, sometimes they won't approach my car but let me buy one.
Really?
No.
What do you have a sign on it? Don't touch me?
Probably, possibly.
No, I have not seen the brothers out on the corner selling pies in
Yeah,
years.
they're on Crenshaw and Jefferson.
Oh, really?
Yes, almost every day.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can buy us a bean pie.
Yeah, I'll get a bean pie. Sure.
All right, just eat it by yourself.
Yeah.
Before
Get a
we go
beaner.
any further, did
Beans.
anybody get my thing I sent you about is it Meek Mills, Miles? I sent a petition for people to sign because I don't think he should be put in prison. I mean, read what he did, and it's.
Well, tell us. I don't know anything about it.
I sent it to you. Let me pull it up. It gives you the whole story. Jay-Z and everybody's fighting against this to let him out. They were protesting last night.
Good.
You know, because we have a white kid here that in Palos Verdes, he went and he did drove the car while they killed somebody. Now, the kids of color went to jail. He's out on a $5 million bail because his parents are rich. But people are furious about this.
Wow.
But the thing is, they got his picture all over the news. That gang member or whoever they shot, because he was with gangbangers, they're going to probably get that kid now. His face has been all over the news because people say, why is he out of jail?
So this is the white kid that's
The
out of
white
jail?
kid is out. He's from a very wealthy area in Palos Verdes.
And he was involved in some gang activity.
He drove the car. Well, they did the drive-by shooting.
So he was the baby driver?
He's an accomplice. He's just as bad as they are.
Nice.
Yeah. Were they playing Baby, Baby, Baby?
Yeah. So yeah, I think
As a
How are
getaway
you on
music?
here? His face has been all over the news because people say,
That's the broadcast.
how's that going on my phone?
You went to Facebook.
But I didn't push you.
You pushed you, not me.
But I didn't have it on.
Yeah, you did. That's the only one that's going to come out of there like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You over there with that iPad. It's a Carol thing, folks.
No, I'm drug-free right now.
You're drug-free?
I haven't taken my
Take your
medicine.
damn medicine.
I left it home.
Oh, you can be excused. Go home and get your medicine and come back. You remember those days in school? It would make you go home and get whatever. And
No, my mother didn't let me take medicine when I was little. You know, the Ritalin and that. As I got a little older, I was given it.
Yeah, you know, I've never had that experience with any of my kids. Maybe I should have done that with Sarah because she's kind of wiry. Oh, God, I just got in trouble. She goes, Dad, what are you talking about?
Well, it's kind of tough, though, because you have a lot of trouble staying on a subject.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's that. But yeah, I don't think there's got to be an alternative to giving somebody medication for something like that.
Well, the
I would say
medication
so.
that really helped me.
So my dad would say,
It's
yeah,
actually
boy.
considered a disability. When my son went to college, he wouldn't take the medicine.
My dad would say, boy,
And it
pay
hurts
damn
him.
attention. What's wrong with you? Let me whoop that butt. I bet you'll pay attention then.
No,
It
it
always-
doesn't. It
it
really
always worked for
doesn't.
me.
Being a person that has that problem, it really doesn't matter because
Yeah.
I could never sit in a lecture. Even on medicine, I can't.
Really?
No,
Just can't do it.
no.
That's probably why you don't like to drive and stuff like that as well, huh?
I used to love to drive.
Yeah. You got. See, you've been pampered too much, the Carol. That's the problem. You're now a princess.
No, I was up this morning. My fan hasn't been working. I went and walked, went to a pharmacy and found the battery. I didn't realize because even though it's with electric, the thing built in the wall has a battery that still controls it.
Oh, really?
So I went and did that. Otherwise, I would have been paying an electrician.
I'm proud of you. You figured it out. That's a good deal.
No, this guy came and showed me. But a lot of things I figure out, I go on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, that's
when
a
I
wealth
had
of
to put a washer on my sink, you know, when it was,
Yeah, in the
I went
faucet.
online, it showed you how, and it told you exactly what to buy.
Cool.
How did it go on again?
Because you're going to the page.
I didn't touch it.
Go to Facebook.
It won't let me.
What do you mean?
When I go, it goes, watch. It talks.
Because it's already on that
Okay,
page.
how do I get it out of there? Okay, I'm out.
You just want to hear yourself.
No, I went to look and see the likes and that.
Mm-hmm.
Who was in there?
Yeah, let me check that out. I haven't been to the page yet. So what's up with Jeff Sessions, he was on TV this morning. I was on the way in.
I think they had him in court, didn't they?
That was a congressional hearing or
Yeah,
something?
Or something it was.
Yeah, they're still going through right now the Sessions hearings at Capitol Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So here are some of the quotes that Sessions had talked about. One, he said, "I have no reason to doubt Roy Moore's accusers." So you heard me about Roy Moore in this situation. So he's protecting him, being on his side. One quote was, "I am not able to answer dossier questions about Russia." Another quote was, "I have always told the truth about Russian contacts." And another quote that he had was, "I reject accusations that I have ever lied." Okay.
Okay.
all right.
Well, tell the damn truth.
Well, he can't. The truth ain't in him. Yeah, just the fact you're going to sit there with that granny smile look on your face from Beverly Hillbillies and just keep on going on like nothing's happening. It's amazing. You know what? It's like the emperor wears new clothes type of situation. You think that everybody is falling for the okie doke, and they're not. As a matter of fact, the representative Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat out of New York, was grilling the hell out of this dude, man, earlier, man. He let him have it. In fact, he was logging the hours per interview, and there was an interview he did also with Lou Dobbs about how many times you said you did not recall. Like, for example, one message you said during the Lou Dobbs interview, you said, "I do not recall," approximately over 30 times. Do you recall that? So, I mean, he was letting him have it, man. You know, Granny was sweating. I was saying before that I think Granny wanted to take out her shotgun by that point.
Yeah,
She was very, very pissed.
She was upset. Now,
Very much so.
Gutierrez from Chicago jacked him up pretty good too. That's a portion I heard,
Oh, okay, cool.
and he set him up really good. But that's he's a smart guy as in terms of being a lawyer. He knows what not to say,
Right.
and he knows when to say whatever he has to say. But he puts sugar on it. You know, it's
of course.
it's crazy.
It's
Jay
classic
DeLay,
lawyer speak.
yeah, I'll take a bean pie or two, maybe 4. But
Maybe we should go get one.
yeah, we'll get a bean pie.
We're going to get a bean pie.
Yeah, baby. Bean it up. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. And then the Republican guy came on. I don't remember his name, but he tries to say that, well, Trump kind of gave instructions to the Department of Justice on particular situations. He says, but nobody seemed to care when Obama did it. You see how they do?
Oh, of course.
And he, implying that Obama gave some instructions to the Justice Department, and the president is not supposed to interfere in those type of legal things. I mean, that's just the rule. That's the law.
Right.
But I think that President Obama is certainly a lot smarter than this idiot we have now, and I think he knows what to say, when to say it, and what not to say, as it relates to keeping any potential conflict of interest in the problem here. Good morning to Laura Rice. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'll say real quick. I'm sorry, but Carol's cats are smarter than 45. So there you go.
That's true. That is true.
Carol, your cats are much smarter than 45. They know about whipping cream and humping.
They're a lot smarter than a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, they really are.
Well trained by the Carol.
They are trained. People don't believe me. I have one I can say sit up.
Really?
Yeah, but I have to put a treat in front of them.
Yeah. That helps.
But most cats don't do that, believe me. But my cats are loved, so love makes a big difference.
Val Young is in the house, a.k.a. Honey. Check her out tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific time, as Honey's Closet airs again here on the Power of Voices YouTube and Facebook.
Honey.
Honey,
Yeah,
hush.
honey. Yeah, honey.
And they get live now. I'm telling you, it's not a store. Carol was just asking me, well, where's this store? It's not a store, damn it.
Well, I looked and seen all these rows of clothes. I thought, oh, she has a store.
That's her closet.
That'd be a good name, though, for a store, Honey's Closet.
Yeah. I think there is one called that. has no affiliation with the real Honey's Closet.
Yeah, here's the petition. I have to find it for you guys.
Okay. So, yeah, check out Honey tonight at 8 Pacific time. That's 10 o'clock there in Chicagoland, 11 p.m. on the west or east coast, east side. So check it out. They get into some deep conversation. They deal with relationships and all kind of things, but a little politics as well. But I don't want to give away the whole story, so check it out tonight at 8. All right?
Oh, yeah.
And tell them
Nice.
Lee sent you. You have a pass to get in the closet. That's a big-ass closet in there, too. It's got plenty of room for you.
All right.
Yes, sir. Don't be late. Rochelle Robinson is in the house. Rochelle Denise. She's got 3 names. She's so popular. And let's see who else we're missing here. Donald Grammer. Smoothmixes925.com. Check that out. Paul Lewis is in the house. Thank you, Paul, for joining us. Lisa London. Well, regular. And, of course, Jay Dulé, Mark Anthony, and others. Thank you all for tuning in to the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and the cast of characters. And if you tune in at least twice a week, you are officially a part of the cast of characters. You have to be. And you can call in 424-227-9461. 424-227-9461. His number is right there on my chest like Superman. Carol is looking around.
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't see it on your chest.
Yeah, it's on the screen. You know, Carol, you need to fix your lipstick. You're kind of looking like the Joker.
Oh, is it all over my face?
The little corners are going.
Why
get it?
so serious?
Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm known for that lipstick. People go,
See, another reason.
your
you-
lipstick's smeared, Carol. I go, I've been smearing this lipstick since I was able to wear it.
That's another reason. We
I
need
never
to have
could
the
wear
camera
makeup,
on you.
and I didn't
'Cause
wear
you're
it
a
until
character.
I got older. And I was working at a salon in Beverly Hills, and the owner said, I'm sorry, but you got to wear some makeup. We're selling beauty here.
Right?
So he had this guy put it on me, and I looked like a transvestite. I go, oh, hell no.
Damn.
I felt like I was being embalmed or something.
Oh, Lord.
But I love red lipstick.
Yeah, you don't leave home without it.
No, I don't go to bed without it.
You actually sleep in
I
your
like
lipstick?
my lipstick.
Get out of here. You do not.
A lot of times, yes, I do. I put my lipstick on
And go to bed.
and go to bed.
Now, do you sleep on your back, your side, or belly, or what?
My side.
Your side. So do you ever kiss the pillow? You wake up in the morning,
No.
you got lipstick all over your pillow? It
Yeah,
has to happen.
I
Come
have
on.
been known to put lipstick on at night.
Come on.
I don't do it every night, but there's
Good.
times I wake up and I can't sleep, so I start cleaning, and then I go, oh, let me try doing some eyebrows and that.
I
All
have
right,
never.
But why do you put lipstick on and then go to sleep and go to bed? Help me out with that one.
Probably because growing up, I was never allowed to do those things. I never drank coffee, sodas. I was a Mormon. My
anyway,
stepfather
Chris-
was a Mormon, so I became a Mormon and never wore makeup. And even as when I started working at a salon in Beverly Hills, I never wore makeup. I still don't really wear a lot. Lee will tell you that. But I like lipstick.
Yeah, she's
And
got to have a
anyway,
lipstick
Chris-
on.
Anyway, Chris, she might meet somebody in her dreams. Okay?
That's right.
That's what I was thinking, right? You
You
get
know,
up
it
and
has
sleepwalk,
nothing to do
or
with
get up
the man.
and kiss somebody. That's probably what it is.
Has nothing to do with the man, though. That's the joke about it. I just like lipstick.
Oh, my goodness.
What's up,
Oh,
Alpha?
we may be on to something. I'm sorry. Hey, Alpha, how you doing, sir?
Don't
all
you
right.
put
How y'all
cologne
doing?
on when you shower? Or
Yeah.
I don't think
But-
people wear cologne like they used to in perfume.
I don't put cologne on and go to bed.
When do
Well,
you
we're not
put
talking-
it on?
we're
You
not
don't have
talking about
on
JDs.
I haven't ever smelled it on you.
I have some on now.
And it doesn't bother me. The perfume does.
Hmm.
Men's cologne usually doesn't
Mm-hmm.
cause me to get asthma.
I think I got Calvin Klein on today.
Obsession?
Well, usually that's the effect.
Yeah, I like Calvin Klein.
That's the effect.
Just give me a little Calvin.
Yeah, it's, I put that on. I call it Get 'em.
Well, Lee,
I
we're
have
not
my
talking
own
about
brand.
I like it
ladies.
if it's in a man's hair. He's got his hair where it smells good.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay. All right, I'm gonna leave that one alone. All
I
right.
love good smelling hair.
Good smelling hair. And so what? Now you're a hair person. What do you put in your hair to make your hair smell good?
They have conditioners that have great smells.
Oh, okay.
I used to date a guy, and that's what I liked about him is
I don't have
I'd be
enough
over
to
his
smell.
head like it smells so good. His hair.
How about a good smelling head? 'Cause I don't have enough hair to smell.
Yeah,
A good smelling,
he
dome.
That's right,
He
chrome
actually
dome.
has very nice
Right.
hair from the front.
What's left, huh?
No,
Right.
he has nice hair. you
Yeah.
guys. I don't know why he
That
says
bald
that.
head smells good.
He's not bald.
And damn near.
He had an afro for a couple days.
Yeah, I did. That was for a
Many
few
levels.
weeks.
He has beautiful
Awesome.
hair. Beautiful hair.
Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Let's welcome Donald Kimmy. We used to work together over at that other station in Chicago. Tony Hamilton, welcome to the show. And Veronique Moore, number one in the nighttime at
Yes.
WBMX back in the day.
Yes,
She had
very.
that-
My first radio instructor was at Columbia College, man.
That's
My
right.
first radio teacher. Yes.
Wonderful person.
There's a
Heart of gold.
breaking news
Yes.
shooting up north at a school, an elementary.
Where?
Up north, Red Bluff, California.
Red Block?
Multiple students have been transported after an active shooter situation.
Red Block?
Red Bluff.
Oh, Red Bluff.
Bluff.
Bluffing.
Yeah.
What is that near? I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Let's Google that.
The suspect shooter is dead. There were no immediate estimate on the number of victims, but police confirmed that a number of students were transported to hospitals. Police said there were at least 5 shooting scenes. What does that mean?
I don't know.
The school remains. About 100 students attend the school. Wow, it's like a private school. You should see this one where this young kid is showing you guns and he's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people out here. We need
Yeah,
to
it just happened, I think. 4 minutes ago it was updated. This is out of control, and people think there should be no restriction on guns. Funny thing is, though, if you've seen a Native American or a black person or a Mexican walking down the street with a gun, they'd call the police and they'd be jumping out of cars, shooting you.
Of course.
But you can be a white person, and I see things all the time with white people down south walking around with guns.
Red Bluff, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
According to Wikipedia, Red Bluff is a city in the county seat of Tahoma County, California, United States.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Let's see. Maps. Where is Red Bluff? I think that's way north, isn't it? Let's see. Where is Red Bluff? No. It's right around the corner. Inglewood? That
It's
can't
up
be right.
north.
Can't be right.
Yeah, it says up north.
This is saying it's 10 minutes away. What is it showing me?
Are we up north?
It says it's in Inglewood. That's stupid.
That
That's
must be
wrong.
another shooting.
I just Google Red Bluff, California. Okay, here. Let's do this. I don't know why it gave me that one. They got a Walmart up there, wherever it is. It's off Interstate 5, past Chino. Yeah, it's up north. Right. Narrowing this.
I thought Chino was down by Palm Springs and that.
It's north of Sacramento. It's north of Sac. It's way up there. It's
Must be a small private school.
Yeah, it's a small town. South of Reading. near Rosewood. Yeah, it's up in the Never Never Land. Way north. North of Sacramento, south of Redding, and kind of northeast of Reno. So it's way up there. It's up in the sticks. Red Bluff, California. All right. Well, let's hope there was no one. Are they reporting anyone that was actually injured or killed?
Yeah, it said 5 people were shot.
5 shot?
That's what I thought it said.
Okay. Well, let's pray for those people affected by another nutball whack job.
It's going to keep happening because they're not going to stop the guns. And as long as certain races aren't called terrorists, it's going to continue. I mean, if a minority kid goes out and shoots somebody, he's automatically called a gangbanger or something. But if a kid that isn't black, and I'm not saying all white people because my friends aren't nothing like this. It's a totally different story. I don't understand it. I mean, if a black kid posted what this white kid I seen, I shared it on my Facebook. They would be coming and arresting him. I mean, this kid picks up a hatchet and a gun. I couldn't hear what he was saying because we were on radio.
Wow.
But it's frightening. I get worried about my granddaughter every day because I seen a thing where a woman was in a grocery store with her 13-year-old daughter. I think it was a grocery store. And this man walked up and grabbed her 13-year-old daughter. This woman was pulling on her legs to stop him. And he kept pulling. I mean, this is out of control. When he went to go out of the store, luckily there was an off-duty, I think, cop or something. But, I mean, this is how bold they're getting. I mean, was he trying to get her to sell her in the black market? Because it's getting worse.
Yeah.
I worry about my granddaughter every day because she has to take an Uber home. I told my daughter there's days I can just go get her, but she said she's okay. Just worried. You know, it's a mess.
You should be concerned. You know, because
you're
there's so many.
concerned every day. I mean, do we see kids outside playing in California? No, we don't.
Yeah.
They don't get to do what we used to do.
No, that's true. You can't anymore.
I remember I used to play kick the ball and ring doorbells and everything. And these kids, they don't get that luxury.
No.
I'm sorry, you said kick balls or kick the ball?
Kick the ball.
Okay, I was just checking to be sure.
You know, I'm going to have to go after you guys for sexual harassment.
Go ahead.
Oh, stop it.
Sue us. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sue me for losing my hearing because I'm getting old.
People are trying to get someone to post my cat and say he sexually molested them.
That's funny.
Well, it's a little out of control right now. I mean,
a little?
It's just, it's totally out of control.
Yeah, I think so.
That comedian on Saturday Night Live, she was hilarious. I mean, I feel sorry for men right now. You can't say one word to a woman. Now, the one this Moore, when she was a young girl, she was on TV this morning, and she was with that famous, what is it, Gloria Alford, and on a talk thing, and she was literally crying. And she was saying how he told her, you know, don't tell nobody the way he threatened her. But you could tell this woman, she's a woman now, but you could tell she was telling the truth.
What do you think of Gloria Allred?
I've met her, and she was very nice.
Yeah.
She's just one of these women that jump on these cases trying to protect women, but sometimes she jumps on them more for the money because Janice Dickinson wasn't hardly raped by Cosby.
No?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I know she wasn't. I've worked around her and with her, and believe me, some of those women that went after Cosby, they're full of shit. But then some of them are probably telling the truth. But hey, it's starting to show that when they went after Michael, you had a whole lot of these people sitting in closets. And to this day, I'll tell anybody, I was around him all the time. I never seen him do anything inappropriate. Slap me on my butt. But I'm a woman.
Well, that ought to be worth about $4 or $5 million.
Yeah, so I would never.
I'm just saying.
I don't have a problem with stuff like that.
You know, but what I'm saying is those that are opportunists in that fashion, in that way, That's that slap on the ass is good for about 4 or 5.
And I can't feel sorry for somebody that was willing to sit on the casting couch for a career. I'm sorry. I have a friend that told me she sat on it, but she said, hey, it benefited her, so she don't have a problem with it. So nobody forced some of these women to do the casting couch.
But right, I mean, it's always an opportunity for people to take advantage of that. Going back to say with the whole Cosby thing, like case in point, Beverly Johnson, great supermodel, she claimed that Cosby had, abused her. But in the same week she was doing that, she was promoting her appearance in the magazine AARP. So it all ties in. So you know what I'm saying? You can, by the way, I was abused, but check out AARP because I'm in the current, edition of that. So you have to question the motives of people. And plus, like I said before, you have over 20 to 30 plus women coming forward with Cosby saying that they were abused. You mean to tell me not one woman, I'm just going to go about just common sense if it was common, not one woman would say, damn that, I'm going to the authorities, and I'm going to let somebody know that I was raped. Now, rape kits weren't really into play to the hospital like around 1979, 1980. But if something sort of documentation to prove that you was raped, to prove that you had some sort of statement about it, somebody will come forward and say, damn, who he is, I was raped. And not one of them said that? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Just being in the business, I've watched how these groupies are. They're willing to do anything. They'll sleep with the grips if they think they can get with the artist.
That's true.
The grips have a field day.
Yep. I know because I was a manager of a hip-hop artist, Domino, and I used to get, all kind of offers. So, I'll take care of you and Domino at the same time. Just let me at it.
At the same time? Right. Oh, man.
Yeah. I said, sorry, ma'am, we don't roll like that, please.
Well, you should have told her you have to test her first.
No. I don't want to be the guinea pig. Yeah, I know. But now I ain't going to be that guinea pig because, back in the day when I was a kid, we used to say, man, I'd die to have some of that. And today, you will. It's a good chance that you will.
Yeah.
With all the diseases and stuff you got nowadays. Yeah, so I'm not. When it comes to that, I'm punking out. I'm a moonwalk away. Because I'm trying to stay alive.
Yeah, it's definitely there in the business.
Yeah.
I've been put in many situations. I mean, it's like when women say they brought her to a sex party. You don't have to stay. When I got brought to one, I left. He told me, get home the best way you can. I left. If I had to walk, I was walking. But I wasn't staying there.
Yeah.
Wasn't my cup of tea.
Right. Well, see.
So to me, if you stay there, then you know what you're up for.
So, yeah, if you stay there and you got a little freak in you, you're being inquisitive. And then say, you was out there with a powerful man and all that. But damn that. Back away from it. There's not going to be a good outcome. It's not going to be a good night, period. It might be a good night, but it ain't going to be a good night.
That's true.
And it's funny, some of these parents with young kids, I'm not going to name names, but I've seen a situation when it was the look of the year because my daughter was in it. And there was a young girl and this big agent. The mother basically gave them her daughter.
What's this?
Didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, that's.
See, I've never been that kind of parent. I've brought my kids up. It isn't worth it. No.
Not at all. Now, what's this thing going over in, is it Iran where they're selling people for $800? Did you guys hear about that?
No, I've been more concerned about that horrible earthquake they've had.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for them. Because the place where it hit, the houses are made of what, mud and clay or something like that?
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad.
It is. I got... Somebody told me this morning about this slave trade. I thought they said Iran, but it may have been somewhere else. I'm looking for it. They said it was all over CNN.
Well, being in Dubai, they still basically own people.
Really?
It's just not going to hit the news because you don't put things on the news there. When I was there, I would tell people, "Oh, wow, they have no crime," and they'd go, "Well, that's because newspapers have to write what they tell them to write." And then I met this girl from the Philippines, and she was pregnant by
Libya.
a British guy, and she kind of disappeared. She was very worried at first. You know, she was excited because she was going to get what did she tell me? A place to stay. And it turned out it was a bunk bed where they pile them on top of each other's.
Wow. Yeah, it's Libya. People for sale, where lives are auctioned off for $400.
Right. Yeah, I caught that now.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. But hey,
Wow.
it's no different here, the way they're stealing
Right.
people.
Buyers raise their hands as price rises 500, 550, 600, 650. Within minutes, it's all over, and the men utterly resigned to their fate are being handed over to their new quote-unquote masters.
Now, what are they buying them for? Is it for slave labor? Or can they make these people go out and become terrorists? Just a thought. I'm just asking, you know?
Oh, of course. I mean,
You know?
it could be anything at this stage
Yeah.
of the game. You know,
The world's
they
very
purchase the
evil
person.
right now.
That's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah.
And I don't think this president's helping it.
So I wonder, now, are these people volunteering to
Oh, they
to
let
be
those
sold?
basketball players loose.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Was there any kind of
No, well, they say
Restitution or-
Trump went and talked to the Chinese guy or something,
Oh,
but
of
they,
course.
from what I don't know which is right or wrong. They said they were already on their way back on a plane.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's looking for brownie points. So good job, Mr. President. That's what you're supposed to do. But get off of Twitter, you jackass. You know, leave that alone. Stop with all that silliness. Do your damn job. Some people elected you. I did not vote for you, but you are the president, so do a job. Focus in on what is necessary and good for the people in this country. And stop being a self-serving bigot.
In fact, a new poll is out. Trump's approval drops to 35%.
I want to hear from somebody that's in that 35%. What is it that you think is okay
Call,
with this guy?
Charles Butler or
Oh, no, I
Jesse.
No.
I haven't talked to
not-
Charles since the
No,
day
call Jesse. I mean, have you
threw
ever
him off
seen
the
what
air.
he posts?
I get a dose of Jesse every day at 5 o'clock. So no,
Yeah, that's-
I'm not
that's all you
calling
need.
him.
Might as well call Spy Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell nope.
No. I can't take it. I just like to hear from somebody else that we haven't talked to before.
Right, somebody
know,
different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
like what? Like you're gonna get a different opinion about their ideology? Come
Maybe.
on.
No, it got nothing to do with that. At least somebody different, though.
Yeah.
Man, look, that's all we're saying.
Yeah. Maybe they got something that we don't know, we don't see, we don't feel, we don't taste, you know, or hear.
Maybe,
I mean, there's got to be something.
maybe they do.
Yeah, maybe. But I want to know. Now, you know, Libya is a part of Africa, right? Northern part?
Correct.
Okay. Now, looking at these people that are being sold, all of them look to be black people, Africans.
Well, there's a difference. That part of Africa is dominated by Arabs,
Right,
and Arabs have enslaved the Africans.
right.
So you have a group of dark-skinned people, and one side is African, other side is Arab. That's simple.
You know what drives me crazy is with the millions and millions of people in Africa that are black. Why is this happening today? I mean, this is no different than when they were put on ships and brought to America. What's the difference?
Firepower.
Yeah. I don't know. It just boggles my mind that these kind of things are still going on in the world anywhere. But it is a big globe, a big world, and there's still areas that are just not civilized to what we're accustomed to.
Right. Lee, do you remember Andre, his explanation of Afghanistan and the only army ever to conquer Afghanistan? They simply came in with brute force.
Mm-hmm.
They killed women, they killed children, they killed whatever was in their path to conquer Afghanistan. And that's where we are, and I don't care where you go. Look at what's going on over in Myanmar. The ethnic cleansing, and the United States is just standing by and watching.
Mm-hmm.
If Obama was president right now, that's all the right would be talking about. It's already laughable that the president, the illegitimate traitor, has bullied or is bullying the Justice Department to open up a special counselor on Hillary Clinton's emails and her ties with the Russian dossier, like Democrats started that, and the uranium deal. All of that's been debunked, but that doesn't matter.
No.
Republicans are running the show. You see, when they run the show, they don't give a damn about facts. All they have is fake news. And I'll tell you like this. One thing that I have always suspected, but it's come to fruition, it's coming to fruition, is that the Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, Steve Bannon, they're not just turning this country's democracy out by destroying every governmental department, be it the EPA, be it the Department of Homeland Security, be it every department, HUD, all of them. They are destroying them. That's why there's no one manning the ship. In all of these departments, they're short with employees, so that the department will fail. We are 75% into a libertarian paradise. And only people that want to be the authority are the Trump White House and the Putin-like government. This is Putin governing. They kill the media, and they tell you what they want you to believe and push back on you with an iron fist if you don't believe it. So as you move along, what you are going to see is that be it the boy in Philippines, be it the boy in Turkey, be it all of the authoritarians around the world, this is what they're turning the world into. HUD is this tax proposal that Trump is putting up.
Yeah.
Eliminates HUD grants for affordable housing. They eliminated so much affordable housing there in California last year that people in poverty will remain in poverty because they'll have no choice. They're cutting the funding to give rich people tax breaks. And it just blows me away that Democrats cannot articulate this in a message to the American public. We can sit around and we can banter back and forth all you want, but when you have an attorney general like Sessions come before committees of the Senate and the House, and in one he didn't remember 35 times, and one he didn't remember 46 times, and one he didn't remember 26 times. When he came back to the other, he didn't remember 30 times. He's invoking the fifth and executive privilege without saying so. He's simply refusing to answer the questions. And because it's headed by Republicans, they're giving him the matador treatment. Ole, you may pass with this. And this is the danger. This is the danger of a Donald Trump. This is the danger of all of these. Hillary is just as evil. Well, she's the lesser of the evil. And I don't care how you feel about Hillary. With Hillary, what was protected was our voting rights, our civil rights, the Affordable Care Act, the departments in government. We wouldn't be given $80 billion more than the Defense Department is asking for. We wouldn't be in a peep out from under the blanket to see which country is going to start the nuclear holocaust that will leave 4 or 5 million people dead. Because this sorry son of a bitch wants to be the big man. He is a lying, illegitimately elected coward. Somebody said, glad you see you finally got to Vietnam. How are those bone spurs in your feet? When you find a person so dedicated to conspire and collude with your enemy, and you are afraid to call him a traitor, sit back and watch the carnage.
I agree. And it seems like we still hold up double standards. You know, we're not holding this president accountable. And the way they came after previous presidents, including Obama, Clinton, and others, and even George and old man George. I mean, you know, they caught a lot of hell.
Yeah, but
from both sides, really.
Yeah, but there's a difference in going after someone for lying us into a war, and someone you say is lying, but because you are following right-wing news sites, you're coming up with these theories and these hypotheticals that you can't prove, and they don't wish to deny, because anytime you're trying to prove a negative, you're losing. So when you have them talking about this uranium deal that 9 people had to agree upon and approve before, and to be honest, she had nothing to do with it. And another thing, that uranium came from Canada. That wasn't American uranium, it's Canadian uranium. And when you get right down to it, it's just one big lie rolled up in one, just like Benghazi, just like those emails. And then you turn around and you find out that the whole damn White House family, they're using their personal email servers. I mean, and what has been investigated, the satellites around Donald Trump and the collusion with Russia and the collusion with WikiLeaks and the collusion with the Secretary of State in 38 states. It gets to a point where the mere fact that Kansas gave tax breaks across the board and the state damn near went bankrupt. They had to raise the taxes and pull up from their ideology to get the state halfway on equal footing. And you got states like Minnesota, California, Oregon, Washington, who have raised taxes on the rich, period, and now they prosper. Who have raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour, and now they prosper, despite the demagoguery from the right saying it's going to cost jobs. And the American people just sit and they turn into the stupid.
Well, let me ask you a question. We know all the problems that we're faced with right now with the new administration and all the bovine that's going down. But looking down the road, 3.5 years from now, 8 years from now, what will America look like? How's this going to end?
America is going to look like an Elysium. The movie where the rich and well-to-do spend their life on a space station, while the people down here on Earth are basically mired in poverty and illness and death and the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a barter town, because if the oligarchs win, if the rich win, we all lose, because they will shut the door to who can be rich at any moment. And that's where you're going to end up if in 2018 the American people don't vote to turn the Republicans out of both the Senate and the Congress. It's checkmate. And I do mean checkmate.
Yeah, because they will run for years having complete control of all three branches of our government. Probably for the rest of my life, the rest of your life, the rest of the life of Chris. Because, I mean, they already control everything, all three branches. And if by chance they get another Supreme Court justice in there, my kids won't see the end of that. You see what I'm saying? So this is a long-term impact on what America will look like. And if you think that these guys that are in control now and the next generation of that mindset, you think it's going to get softer? No, it's going to intensify. All your liberties and freedom and things that you enjoy today will be shut down. It'll be controlled by the mighty, the rich. If you think I'm kidding, don't take my word for it. Just do a little reading and look beyond the right now. Wake up, get your head out of the sand, and realize that what these guys are trying to do right now is to completely dominate and control everything that you do in your life. And they send out these dog whistles. You know, they every now and then they go back to the First Amendment, right? Who the hell is trying to take away your gun? Nobody. They said Obama was going to take away your gun. They were going to come into your house and take away your guns. Did it happen? No. More guns were sold under the Obama administration than any time in history because of the paranoia of sick, twisted, weak-minded people that believed the hype.
3 police officers in Pittsburgh were shot and killed because the guy said he thought they were coming to take his guns.
See?
Now, it's just, to me, that was just mind-blowing, because nobody's ever said we're going to take, but that's their default.
Of course. They're controlled by fear, instilling fear into people's minds, and they know who they're talking to. You know, just like the dog whistle that Trump used in his campaign. He was strategically talking to a certain group of people in America. He wasn't trying to appeal to everybody. He knew he couldn't get everybody. He knew it. He has a specific group of people that he could target, wake them up, get them motivated, activated, engaged, and get out to the polls. In reality, he didn't get enough of them because he did not win the popular vote, but he got the Electoral College. So it was systematically undoing everything that works, going after a certain group of people, changing the electoral outcome in addition to all the other sideline effects of the Russian ad buying on social media, the cleansing of the voting rolls, changing the rules in very strategic areas that would impact the outcome. No, I hate to say it, it was a very well thought out campaign. It appears to be. Now, some of it may have happened by accident, might not have been a part of the actual plan, but it did fall into play. And here we are. With a guy flying around has used up more money than any other president in my lifetime on security. Charged the government $180 million a month to no, $180,000 a month to rent space in his building in New York City, Trump Towers. And the Secret Service finally said, "Oh, hell no, we're not going to do this. We'll put a trailer outside of your building. We'll turn this into a trailer park." Screw you. No, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
You know, come on, folks. And y'all cool with that. Some of you. Some people are okay with that. Oh, I'm cool with that. How can you be cool with that? What makes sense out of it? Where's the common sense in that?
There's
Overcharging your government that you're in control of. That makes no sense.
There's only one party that's cool with that, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, the fact that he is in total violation of the Emoluments Clause. He's in total violation of his oath of office because he's not protecting us from foreign or domestic enemies.
Yeah.
He's not following the Constitution, period. So, like the ad said, the billionaire that's running the ads about impeaching Trump,
Mm-hmm.
he's absolutely right. That's why their hair is on fire. Their hair is on fire that he's promoting, that he's paying for these ads, and Fox cut him off. He ran that ad. He ran it for a week, and despite the contract they had with him, they're willing to pay up that contract just to keep his message out away from, and that should tell you how powerful having a message is.
Yeah.
Because he's going to run this for the next year and a half. So,
Well, it's a violation of his freedom of speech. Now they're going to say,
Right.
well, we have the right, and we reserve the right to sell ads to anyone we want. But you know what? Listen, I wouldn't spend a damn dime on Fox News Network. I wouldn't. I'd go around them. I'd buy every other network in the world and spend probably 50% of my budget on social media. That's more effective than buying ads on Fox, because the people that watch Fox, that are Fox diehards, you can't change their minds. They don't. Their minds don't want to be changed. They don't want to hear the truth because they've already been brainwashed by the likes of Hannity and the other chump that's no longer there, and all the other. Yeah, all the other right-wing, nutball, whack job, knuckle-dragging fools that are on iHeartMedia talk radio stations all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Those guys have already brainwashed middle America. And that's their truth. No matter what you say, you can stand on the corner and argue with them and show them facts. And they still won't change their minds. That's how bad it is, folks. That's how
absolutely.
bad it is.
Well, you know, like anything else, when you have a certain rhetoric or mindset,
Mm-hmm.
it's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
And you subscribe to it, you embrace it, and that's what
Yeah.
you believe in. And for fear of somebody coming into your mind to probably say, you know what, this is actually what's going on, you got this wrong, and people would rather go to hell with gasoline draws on before they admit they make a mistake.
That's
So
true.
they keep the embeddedness of being involved in that mindset. Now, when you look at the structure we have right now with 45 and the House and Senate, everything's aligned. Republican president, House and Senate. Not since W has we seen this in recent modern times. And usually what happens before all this, as you know, it's always an enemy. See, when you got to tell a story, you have to have the white hat and the black hat, the angels and demons, gods and monsters. So when you're going against somebody, you are the good guy and they are the bad guy. And let me give you my bullet points of why they are that. So once again, saying the Republicans and going against the Democrats, the liberal media. Now 45 came out with all fake news type of misinformation. So now everything's lined up. Usually what happens, and it's happened before in time, now that you're in power, who do you go after? You go after Hillary now if you want to, but you guys are in power now. So usually what happens, you go back and once again, you eat your own because nobody else to go after anymore. You assign the alignment of where you are. And even though people within the party are becoming vocal more because of 45, what he represents, you have to understand that a lot of these people did not want him there in the first place. They had decided to, you know what, because of the good and for the party, we're going to be aligned with that. A lot of people didn't want Trump on board, but because he was bringing all these different demographics, the alt-right and Breitbart and Bannon people and everything else, they were getting on board because they needed them, because the GOP was losing when it came to identification as far as trying to get a deeper base for their organization, for their party. So it's like, reluctantly, okay, we'll get on board. But see, when you align yourself with certain people, this is what happens. It's just, you cannot escape it. Even people who can sit back and say, well, the justification of things gets to a point where, you know what, you can't justify it. Like this whole thing with Roy Moore. I read a quote where a guy had come forward and said, well, in the Bible, Mary was a teenager, she was a child, and of course Joseph was an adult carpenter. So, he'll justify the fact they were together. So you eliminate Jesus altogether in the Immaculate Conception.
Right.
Just to prove your point. It's sick.
Absolutely.
You have to look at people's mentality and break down. Well, once again, people are brainwashed in certain areas. But for fear of that comfort zone, for someone to say, you know what, you just might be wrong, it brings harm to the universe.
Yeah. It does. It really does. And that's a real problem. Again, it goes right back to the brainwashing. And I don't know what you can do about that. I mean, you can keep beating that drum over and over again, and maybe you might be able to pierce the skin of some of the weak and misguided.
Yeah.
And it's going to take time. I don't think we should give up hope. And what's scary more than anything to me is a lot of these people are young. Young people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't speak well for the future. Now, if there's a bunch of old farts like Alfo, then, I'd be less concerned. Well, let's welcome Apollo. Hey, Apollo. How you doing, man?
What's crack-a-lacking?
Everything's good. What you up to today?
Beating.
What's
Y'all
up,
trumping
Apollo?
it up in here. Hey, Alfo, what's going on, my brother?
Not much, man. Not much.
How you feeling, bro?
50-50.
50-50. Well, hey, that's at least you got a 50% chance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's better than...
What y'all talking about? I come in, I heard him talking about beating and piercing. I don't know what the hell he said. Beating his meat and piercing some skin.
No, we didn't say nothing about no beating and piercing. No, you listening to the wrong show.
No, he said I beat my drum and pierced the mind of somebody or something.
We were talking
I just heard about beating and piercing, so
Right.
I thought, well, hell, it sounded like my kind of show. Hell.
No, we were talking about trying to change the minds of the brainwashed Fox News.
Oh, no.
Watchers.
You can't do it. They're going to be selling roses on the side of the road like the Moonies here pretty soon, if you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Apollo.
Yeah.
You ever met a Moonie before?
Yeah. I think they've run them out of the airports, haven't they?
Them the Hare Krishnas in the airport.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You got your Moonies, your Hare Krishnas, House of Prayers, and
When was the last time you saw a brother on the corner selling not moon pies, but
Moon pies.
bean pies? Yeah, they do
I
that in
see them all the
Carolina?
time.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't tell
Final
you that.
calls and bean pies.
Yeah, I've seen the magazine.
Bow ties,
Yeah.
bow ties, final calls, and bean pies.
I have
Yep.
not seen the pies. I've seen the papers, but I've not seen.
And
the
they
brother
sell
with the
bags.
pie.
They sell little bags of fruit too, like little fruit bags, like with a.
Oh, that's new.
It was funny, man. When Nate Quick was still alive, Nate Quick and I were in in Atlanta. I think it was the Gavin, or it was something that was going on in Atlanta. And we were down in the hood. There was brothers in the bow tie had these little bags of fruit, and he was selling fruit for like, I think it was like $1, $2 for some fruit in a little bag. Mm-hmm. And so Nate Quick's like, "Hey, brother, let me get that. Let me get that." He's like, "Yes, sir, brother. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum assalam." He got this little bag of fruit. I'm like, "Hell, let me get." The guy was holding like 2 bags of fruit in his hand. I'm like, let me get one too. He's like, "All right, hold on, let me go get another." I'm like, "You got 2 right there." I'm gonna get a different one. I'm like, "Fuck that! If I can't get the same shit you sold the black man, I don't want no. You got to go to the box on my ass."
You went race code on him, huh?
Hell, why he couldn't have sold me the one he had in his hand?
I don't know. What
See, that's
how
the
did he respond
suspect.
to that?
He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go get you a different one. You sold him one out of your hand. I want one out of your hand. I don't want you to go get a different. Then fuck it. I don't want it."
Maybe Nate got the bad one and you were getting ready to get the white boy version of it.
He give me that white devil fruit. He's trying to poison me. I ain't eating that shit. I'm like, if I can't buy the one the black man got, I don't want it. I ain't. You ain't selling me no arsenic.
Kill the devil,
I don't want the blue-eyed devil bag.
Yeah, I hear you. That would have raised a flag. I agree with you on that one. That's funny. How long ago was that? Well, it's been a while.
That was in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, when you say Nate Quick.
Nate Queasy.
Queasy.
Nate died. Nate just died about 6 years ago, though.
Right. I remember.
He collapsed in the studio.
Is that where he was? I didn't know that. Wow.
He was at KRNB in Dallas. Yep.
Wow.
See, he knew he was dying. He didn't tell anybody. He didn't want.
What was
anybody to
his
know.
condition?
Liver failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing
Nate could
Doug
drink
had.
too now.
Yeah. Now Doug wasn't.
Yeah, I think
Doug wasn't much of a drinker. At least not during the time that he and I
Nate was
worked
a
together.
functional drinker. Nate would be on the air drinking Gatorade, but it would have vodka in it. Nobody would know it though. But he just always drank, but you didn't know it. It didn't slur his speech or inhibit his ability to perform his job.
Interesting.
I think he was just dependent, alcohol dependent.
Yeah.
Did you ever work with a guy named Dick Edwards? Did you know Dick Edwards?
I know the name, but I'd never worked with him.
Mike Love hired him. He worked in Philly with Mike, but Dick was the same way, man. That dude come to work with a 12-pack in a duffel bag and a pint of peppermint schnapps in his coat pocket, and you would never know it. Never know it.
Putting it down.
First guy to work. I mean, he was production director before I got there. He would come in he'd be there at 7 o'clock. Didn't have to be there till 9. He'd be there at 7 and leave at 7. First guy to work, first and last guy to leave. Phenomenal work ethic. But drank like a fish.
Is he still with us?
Yeah, I think he is. I don't think he's doing much radio. He was working at a news talk station. But I haven't talked to Dick. Let me see if I've got his number. I haven't talked to Dick in a long time. Let's see. Dick Edwards. I got a number on him right here. Sure I do.
Let me say.
I use a phone. I write numbers down. I don't. I've got a book because the batteries can't die in this motherfucker.
Well, the old standby black book. I guess it still works. I back up my addresses and phone numbers and stuff to the cloud, and then I also keep a hard copy. So
I left you a message yesterday too.
Did I hear that?
I need you to email me your mail
Oh,
address.
yeah.
I've got your shirt and your book I got to send to you.
Okay. No checks in the mail?
Yeah, well, I can do that too if you need it.
No. I'm good. Let me.
You're gonna like this little golf shirt, this little polo I got.
Yeah. What's it got on it?
Yeah, they turned out.
Apollo.
It's my
Gone
shirt,
Wild?
my company.
Oh, nice.
Apollo Productions.
Cool.
I told you I ordered you one with
Thank you. I appreciate
Got
that.
you and Mike Love, and I better quit because some motherfuckers are listening and going to be like, "Why I didn't get one?" So,
Well, that's a nice thing. You know, if somebody.
how I get blood on my board? I got blood on my mixing board.
Anybody
Gotta be in
missing?
here, blood, sweat, and tears for real.
Damn. Well, you know,
That's even. It's probably ketchup. Go ahead.
I'm gonna send you this information right now, George.
Yeah, just email it to me.
Okay.
Email it to my email, the mailing address.
Okay.
I can fit them both in one envelope, I think.
All right. Cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that,
Absolutely.
George.
Well, I got me a brand new couch yesterday. A lady had bought it to go in her law office, and they couldn't get it up the stairs. It's a Broyhill, brand new Broyhill.
Nice.
I got it for $250.
That's real nice.
Still had the tags. I know, because it's an $800 sofa. She's like, just give me $250 and get it out of this garage, because we gotta get it out of here. I'm like, I'm on my way, right now.
Right now. That's funny. How do I have you in my address book? Is it Apollo or George?
I don't know.
Apollo Productions.
Is that what you got in it?
.cc.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where it is.
Clear Channel.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Man, I got bit by something yesterday. A spider, or I guess it was. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was right at my wrist.
Really?
Right where the cuff hits your wrist, right there. Yeah. I was in the embroidery place, and all of a sudden I felt like something felt like it stabbed me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I saw a little hole right there. It's like a little tiny hole.
You didn't see the insect, the bug?
What
whatever?
does
I didn't see
it
the
look
insect.
like, Apollo? What does it
It was
look
just
like?
like a dot, like a little dot.
Okay, right now, is it swollen and red, and at the top of it is white?
No, it's gone away, but it was swollen. Right, my wrist was kind of puffy last night, where and tender to the touch. It was puffed up, and I took a bunch of Benadryl, and it went down. But it was swollen. My wrist was swollen last night. Not bad, just it had a little swell, like you could tell it was.
I had a spider bite me on the back of my shoulder.
Did it swell up a little bit?
It swelled up to it was red with a white top on it.
Yeah, that might have been a brown recluse or something.
Next thing I know, I got a spinal infection, and I ain't been able to walk since.
Damn.
And
No,
that
mine
was-
wasn't that bad.
And that was 2 years ago.
This is my meat beating hand too, so I had to take good
Oh,
care of it.
stop it.
I had to-
Oh, you can use the other one. You'll get used to it.
Shit, I know.
Oh, boy.
Oh Lord.
You're a mess.
What was that? No, that was Alfo's TV in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beating up Jeff Sessions.
They still got him on the stand?
They should have him on the stand. The man's
Has
alive.
Kamala Harris got a hold of their shit?
No, she's a senator. She's
Yeah,
a
it's
senator.
House.
Okay.
Believe me, they run everywhere they can to get away from her.
Yeah,
I know that's right.
She's a barracuda.
She was a prosecutor for California.
That's right.
I thought you
girl
said
is
prostitute.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Why you? Come on, George.
It sounded like she was a prostitute in California, and she was. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
She was a prosecutor in California, but the girl knows her shit. I'm telling you.
She's tight.
You do not placate her when she asks you a question. You don't BS her.
No.
And she
Because
easy on
she-
the eyes too. I like to
Oh.
look at her too.
Yeah, she's a pretty lady.
She's real easy on my eyes. Real easy.
She looked better than that other one. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming
No,
my
no, no.
time.
You don't talk about Auntie Maxine like that. That's the only
Auntie
one.
Maxine.
That's the only one with any courage.
True.
I know.
She's-
I like.
she's the
What
only
about
one.
what about Al Green? Al Green ain't his name Al Green?
Yeah. There's a.
The one that's trying to impeach Trump.
Yep.
Love and
Has
happiness.
Al Green ever used the term illegitimate or traitor? No, he hasn't.
Love and happiness.
No, I don't think he's gone that far, but
He's never used
should.
those terms. John Lewis used the term illegitimate. The couple of days after he was elected. Every Democrat should be using that term illegitimate, because look at where we are now. He's got everybody in his campaign has dealings with Russia.
Mm-hmm.
His son.
Hey.
Everybody's been colluding.
So I'm watching this PBS Frontline documentary, and I would welcome anybody to go to PBS.com and watch the Frontline documentary where it talks about Vladimir Putin's rise to power in Russia. Who was the guy that was the president when Clinton was in office, and he just stepped down? He was the president of... He was No,
in Russia?
What was his name? Hold on. Fuck. Hold on.
It wasn't Khrushchev, was it? No. It was that other boy with the
white hair.
Yeah,
with the bird shit on his head.
Right.
Hold on. Boris Yeltsin.
Yeltsin, yeah.
Boris Yeltsin. Yeah. So when he stepped down, Vladimir Putin just assumed the office after him.
Yeah, because he was in charge of the KGB.
So when Vladimir Putin had to run for office the first time after that, where he actually had to campaign, I think it was like 93, 96, somewhere around there, when Boris Yeltsin's the rest of that term, I'm trying to see. But anyway, when Vladimir had to actually run again for re-election after he had assumed the office from Yeltsin.
Right.
I think it was 96. Do you know what his campaign slogan was?
No.
Make Russia great again.
No.
I swear to God. When I heard that, I'm like, that's just a bit too close to home now.
Yeah, right.
With the whole Russia. His campaign slogan was "Make Russia great again." Make Russia great again.
Wow.
And then Trump uses that same slogan now for this election with the Russian ties and the Russian interference. The same campaign slogan.
Now, didn't Reagan use that also?
Yep.
Make America great again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if it was the first.
I didn't know
first time around or the second
Which campaign? In '76?
When he started, when he became president in
1980.
1980. In 1980.
Yeah,
When he started in 1980, it was Make America Great Again. And he went on to have 30-something of his cabinet members or White House employees jailed, locked up, indicted.
Like an Akon.
Exactly.
Yeah, he liked jelly beans, and his wife didn't understand addiction very well. Just say no, bitch. If I could do that, I wouldn't be at fucking Betty Ford Center. Shit.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's a triangle there with that phrase.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Putin probably stole it from Reagan because Reagan actually used it first. And Putin recycled it in the 90s, and then Chester Cheetah used it this last year.
Yeah. Well, I asked a question earlier. What is America going to look like 4 years from now or 8 years from now? What conversation will we be having at that time?
How did Larry Flint become president? I don't know. Might as well, hell.
Where did all the property go on the coast? Because
I don't know. I'm to the point where I think it. I don't know how people can sit. How can people sit and let this stand the way it is?
They have no. They have no choice.
But I tell you what, personal happiness. I haven't I went off Facebook for 3 weeks and didn't want to know anything that was going on in D.C. Didn't give a fuck. And I'm gonna tell you, enough not giving a fuck makes me a happier person.
Yeah.
And enough not knowing about it, because obviously I wouldn't be able to change it. So I just quit giving a fuck.
But
my life's much better.
Well, that's
what
good.
they're counting on.
Yeah,
That's what they're counting on.
Exactly. They want you
But
to
I'm saying I
crawl
can't change it right now. I can't change. I can't.
Yes, you can.
Divulging into it and absorbing all the negativity right now is. I got to just back the fuck away and hope that Robert Mueller does his job. I'm not working with Mueller. I can't change anything. So hearing Trump's fucking 12-year-old tweets every day and hearing people dog him, all that does is make me a negative person. So I'm really not going to be able to do anything until the next election. Well, so I might as well just sit on my hands till then.
No. But being a negative person don't make you a bad person.
No.
Yeah, but it makes me an unhappy person. It jumbles up something spiritually, because if you would have talked to me 6 weeks ago, I internally, truly, and I'm being honest when I say this, I really wanted Trump to be assassinated.
But see, but Apollo,
and so that's not spiritually fit. I mean, I truly was praying for that.
It isn't. And Carol said in the background, because she's over there doing her facial cream, and so I don't know what she's doing. But here's what you can do. You've got to turn that energy, that despair, into something positive. You can organize. You can help a local campaign in changing the outcome. Get involved. Don't retreat and stick your head in
that shit back in 2016, and it didn't do shit but get me riled up.
But that's because the message didn't get to enough people.
It's because they didn't put Bernie again. It's because the DNC screwed Bernie out of his nomination.
But see, you can go back and rewind and talk about all that kind of stuff, and it's not going to change anything. What you got to do is get engaged now. Get on the ground with something. Even if it's nothing, as little as going out, getting people to register to vote. Get them registered.
You're an asset. You're an asset to the public corruption because you perpetuate the myth that we can actually change something.
No, but
so you're a valuable asset to the okie doke.
No. See, and that's your twisted view of what I'm saying. You got to change that, how you receive what I'm saying. I am convinced, because I've been doing it for most of my adult life, getting out, helping people who are running for office. I got to believe in them before I stick my hoofs on the ground and start walking and talking. I got to believe in them. Now, if you don't believe in the candidate, then don't do it. But you got to find somebody that you believe in. It may be the guy that's running for dog catcher.
What has changed in your life?
A lot.
What change have you seen?
A lot.
Give me an example.
The racial change in this country. My ability to go wherever I want to go, spend the money that I earn, wherever I want to spend it. I can buy a house anywhere I want to. Once upon a time in my lifetime, I couldn't do that. I can go to the schools that I want to go to. All of these things are changes that are fundamental differences than what they used to be. There was a time when I couldn't go to Woolworth and sit at the counter and buy a cherry Coke and eat a hot dog and some French fries. I could buy it at the end of the counter and take my ass home and eat it, or stand out on the street. There was once upon a time when we would have to go to the back of the bus. We couldn't drink from certain water fountains. We couldn't go to bathrooms in public places. So, yeah, there's been a lot of change. A lot of change. You can marry who you want to marry now. So there's been a lot of change.
Not Alabama, you can't. You can't in Alabama.
Well, then those things need to change as well. And there's going to be change in Alabama in this next special election as well. That pedophile's not going to win. He'll only win if the people think it's okay of what he's being accused of.
Yeah, but you know what? In 2016, police fatally shot 233 black people.
Yeah,
and all the unarmed black people they killed. Too.
Sure, and that's why.
And the cops were not held accountable.
Kaepernick put his job on the line. God bless him.
And Chicago, we gotta talk. Chicago, y'all gotta stop killing one another up there because you give them racist ass crackers. You give them racist redneck crackers ammunition.
I agree.
To say if Black Lives Matter, why y'all killing yourselves?
Exactly,
y'all
I agree.
Gotta stop that shit.
I talked to my fellow.
You don't see Indians doing that shit, and the Mexicans that are here, unless they're in MS-13. I'm talking about real Hispanic people that come here to get a piece of this dream that they hear about.
Right.
You don't see them doing that. They might have a taco truck at the end of the street, but they ain't killing one another. They kill you with some bad food, maybe, but not on purpose.
And the only people that are doing that, Apollo, the only blacks that are killing other blacks are the blacks that have been so bogged down in this system of white supremacy that they have no other avenue out other than hustle, other than hustle and bustle. And if I can sell more of my drugs and make it, I will. The fact that there are guns available on the borders of Chicago on all sides except for the Lake Michigan side, and they bring those guns into Chicago to fuel this constant war. This is like us supplying Saudi Arabia with weapons and wonder while the Middle East is still aflame. When you have black people who are in a situation where there's so much hopelessness and they're destitute, we don't kill each other any more than white people kill each other. Or you kill in proximity. If you live around black people, that's who you're killing. And the same with white people. So this myth about, well, why are you black folks killing each other? They're killing each other, but white folks are killing each other damn near at the same rate.
Well, you're exactly right. If you look at the proportionate numbers, white people are killing white people and black people are killing black people. It's just that the trailer parks in Oklahoma aren't covered on the news, and they're not doing it in largely populated areas where the numbers are coming out of one specific neighborhood with the outrageous numbers. But, you know, I mean, I grew up in a broken home, and I'm a white dude, so I can't use that as an example. But let me say, my uncle married this lady from Honduras. All of her children were born in Honduras, lived way below our poverty level. I mean, what we would consider to be poverty in this country.
Right.
I mean, they lived on $1 a day, maybe. You know, ate a lot of beans and rice. But I mean, when she moved here, her children were, I guess you would say, preteen. And they came here. The mother was working as a cashier in a restaurant. My uncle met the mother because he ate out every day. He's single, bachelor, middle-aged man. Anyway, he married the lady, adopted the children. And now we have a school teacher, an attorney, and a nurse out of the 3 daughters. I don't know what the son's doing, but, I mean, they came from way worse than Chicago.
Okay.
And didn't have a father, and they were minorities.
That's a classic. That is a classic example of, you see, Apollo, I grew up in what is called here in Chicago Stateway Gardens. And from Stateway Gardens, my mother went to a worn, torn neighborhood over in Woodlawn in 65, 66, where we could only live there a year because of the violence. Then my mother moved to 85th and Carpenter, where white people were still fleeing. And the black folks who lived there were more about getting along. We were athletes.
What is that?
And all of that other stuff around us meant nothing. And we went to school. We participated in high school sports. We participated in all sports. And we basically led the charge of some type of mentor to the younger people to show them that we didn't have to. When I moved to 85th Street, I was 13 years old. I had a gun, and I was really a thug without a job. I came there, I got a job, I finally got into high school. My grades went up because I didn't have that constant warlike mentality. I had to leave school out the back door, jump the fence, cut across the alley, and cut through gangways. And they didn't realize it, but I was running with a gun. So you'd have been the most unluckiest person in the world to see me and give chase. Because all I would have had to do was turn around and shoot.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get away from that. And I was in 8th grade. Matter of fact, I had to do 8th grade again because I didn't go to school. I missed 56 days of school.
Wow. Me
in
too.
8th grade.
8th grade. 8th grade I repeated. That's amazing. I
And it was-
repeated the 8th grade.
And it was because of the gang activity.
I was because I well not gang, but I was laying out, smoking cigarettes, and hanging with my older cousin. And they said, "You missed 42 days. You're gonna do it again. When the leaves turn brown, you can come back around."
I'm sure that they said those words exactly to you.
That's exactly what my principal told me.
Really?
He said, "When the leaves turn brown, you can come back," which
around.
meant next fall.
That's deep.
Well,
Well,
that's all about. And when they come from Honduras, they're mired in such poverty that anything that's better than what they had,
and that's a
is
lot. Yeah.
is looking forward.
That's right.
And therefore, they're willing to improve upon that. And I think you will find the same thing with black people who have come from the ghetto.
Interesting. Well, I always say, if you want it bad enough, you'll do whatever's necessary. You'll work hard. You'll work long hours.
That's
you
right.
will commit.
That's right.
You know, I came from humble backgrounds, and I've had more success than I ever dreamed of. And so, if I can do it, anybody can. Those children that came over from Honduras, another prime example.
But you was a pimp, Lee.
No,
Yeah,
no, let me tell you
A
something.
whole harem of bitches. You was
Listen,
stepping up to them
if
sailors
I
up
was
in Norfolk.
if I was a pimp, I would be the worst pimp ever because I'd fall in love with all my girls. So the pimp can't do that.
You was a pretty Tony.
What's that
pimp.
new
37
HBO show I've been
wives.
watching about?
Well, that's
pimps?
what I'm saying. I married all of them, so I was the worst pimp in the world. I couldn't do it. Okay, baby, let's get married.
Isabel's here.
Isabel's in the house. Where
The
have you
Deuce.
been,
Have y'all
Isabel?
seen The Deuce?
Oh, lots.
I've been telling everybody to go to your Instagram. They'll
She
see a
has made
whole
you a-
different person.
Oh, my other personalities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sex pot.
Yep. Let's see. We need to get you some headphones.
I
over there.
missed you guys so
We missed
much.
you too. You
My
can't
goodness.
stay away like that.
No, I can't. I'll be
Hey,
here
do
more
you know
often.
anything about the cannabis oil?
Yeah. What
Do
about
you
it?
know anything
The
about? Well, Lee gave me some, but I don't know how to use
What's
it
Lee
where it might help my asthma.
So you have something.
Yeah,
You have
Tracy
your
will
pen,
be
right?
here
You
today.
have a.
I have the pen, but I'm talking about the oil. It's like a dropper. It doesn't get you high. It isn't weed or nothing.
CBD.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I don't know.
CBD with
That's
no
why I gave
THC.
it to you.
So what does it do?
Right,
To
it's
help? How do I
CBD.
use that?
That's for seizures
It's
and,
an
and
oil.
epileptic
Is it
seizures.
is
Not,
it a vapor?
not all
Put
of
it on
it.
your
It's
pen.
not a vapor.
Because-
It's
You
in
put
a,
it. Is it sublingual?
like a dropper.
a
Yeah.
sublingual.
It's like
Yeah.
the eye
That's for you.
dropper,
That's
right.
for your
Put it under your
eyes for
tongue?
glaucoma.
Will you two shut
No,
up
it
for a
ain't.
minute?
Hold on, guys.
Yeah,
I
my
got-
mother-in-law had that.
Hold on.
For
Hold
glaucoma.
on.
can't hear what's
Apollo,
going
let me get some headphones for
Oh, I'm sorry.
Isabel.
I didn't hear.
Isabel, grab some headphones from the other
Yeah,
room.
maybe she can educate us there.
Yeah, and Tracy's coming in. She'll explain that to you.
I'm getting sleepy because I don't have my medicine.
Oh God.
Who's in the room?
Isabel.
Isabel, she's one of the
Isabel.
tech producers here as well.
Oh, okay.
She's got a
And she
great
has a show as
Instagram.
well. She does a show on the Power of Voices on
There's
Saturdays and
another
Sundays.
Latin guy, though, Carlos,
Yeah.
that does a show in Spanish. Do you know him, Isabel?
Yeah, I produced the show. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
produces
he's
the
nice. He's very good looking.
Yeah, he's really nice. Regarding anthropology, Gnostics.
Now, see, women can say that, but if men say that, it's sexual harassment.
Gnostics.
You can hear him?
Say,
I
oh,
can.
she looks
Okay.
really nice.
Yeah. Well, let me put the camera. Do you mind going on camera?
No, I don't. Although last time, this
can't
was the
see.
first time I'd ever really been on live on your show the last time I was here.
Right.
And then I went back to look at myself. I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder. I don't know if.
Yeah,
Carol
but
feels the same
he's
way.
got good lighting. And
I saw
Jesse
myself
brings
all
his own
jittery,
in.
all nervous, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was a nervous wreck. I can totally tell and see myself.
Yeah.
That was funny. But no, I don't mind.
Yeah, they have a university online because she does a
I'll
lot of
help you
land
clean
up
your
north.
plants. If you need anyone to help you clean your plants, go out there.
Well,
and
the land would be up
harvest.
north.
I'd be happy.
Pretty a cap on it.
So, but you can't say you can't do something if you go ahead and try it. Did you see the guy though on was it Instagram? The SWAT team was raiding his place. Yeah, they were all getting high and
Yes,
didn't know
they
they were on camera. But the SWAT team came in. They came in, looked around. They couldn't find him, but he was hidden behind this doorway. He had a body in front of it.
Oh.
I thought.
And
it was
what were they
kinda
doing?
great.
What were they doing there?
They must have been raiding him. They said something about.
But what did they get caught doing, the SWAT team?
They didn't do nothing. I'm just saying this guy, they couldn't find him.
Okay.
He hid behind. He wasn't supposed to go back into the store.
Oh, and he hid from them.
Yeah, they're starting to close different people's stores down, which I think is kind of messed up. You know, the original people that open stores.
Well, we got a full house here today. We got Isabel, we got Carol, Apollo, Alpho, Chris, and we got Ron Ellison on the line.
How you know
Carol, I
it's me?
posted to CBD.
Because your call ID
Why
came
Why
up.
don't you send it to me? You're on my page.
Okay. What?
All right.
Send me a message.
Put a
Did you
message
hear
in
me? I
the
go,
bottle.
send me a message. Did that sound sexy?
Yeah, again, do it
you
again,
came
Carol.
out of character there.
Yeah, I came real with a breathy place.
Yeah.
I could do a lot of characters. You'd be surprised.
So what have you
Okay.
been up to, Isabel?
At home,
Yeah.
trying to get everything settled for next week's Thanksgiving.
Isn't that something?
Too fast.
I know.
This
The
year
year
just
is
flew
Are
gone.
you cooking?
Always.
What do you make?
Every
Don't
day.
forget my tamales.
Oh, you
don't
know,
give them to them. You
I
give
plan
me
on
mine.
making
What do you
some
mean
with
don't give it to
turkey.
them?
She's going to give me mine by themselves
Oh,
because I didn't get
please.
no tamales. I knew
Okay,
nothing
I'll make
about
your
it.
own
Okay.
special batch.
Well, you got to be here. If you don't show
No,
up, you
she's
can't-
making
can't
my
eat.
own. It's not your thing. She's making
Okay.
me some of my own.
All right. That's cool.
So I plan on making turkey tamales too.
Yeah?
Do you do the
They're
sweet
really good.
ones?
Yeah.
I like
I'll make you the
sweet
sweet
ones
ones you
too.
told me.
I like sweet. I've never had turkey.
Oh,
Do you do the ones where you put potatoes in it too?
I can.
I like
You can
those
put
kind.
anything in them. Actually, we should have a little
I made
tamal.
some once with my
Get
sister
together, make some.
because she's married to a Hispanic, and they make and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, very
It's too
time
much
consuming.
work.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of
don't
work.
forget me.
I won't. Never. Never.
Don't give them to Lee.
Lee gets his own
I'd
special
give 'em to
batch
you.
too.
I
You
wouldn't
get
eat
your
your-
own special batch.
I
That's
brought
right.
him some soup, and sometimes he don't finish stuff, but you got to throw it out.
Oh. Well, I'm not the kitchen police.
Did you get gas though from that bean soup?
Can I get what?
Gas.
No, I don't get
Remember
gas.
I told you I didn't soak the beans.
No, it was okay. Yeah.
So you need to soak the beans in order to not get gas.
Oh yeah, you should soak your beans.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they
Overnight.
were all.
Yeah. See, Apollo knows.
So the
Yeah,
garlic.
you gotta
I was,
look them. You get all the bad ones out. You look them, then you soak them overnight. Then I put some fat back in there and slow
Oh,
cook them
God.
for about 10, 12 hours.
Okay.
Fat back.
Yeah, I
Oh,
cook them in a crock pot real
What
slow.
type of beans are we talking about?
I did navy bean soup.
I do
for 'em.
pintos.
Yeah, I like pinto beans too.
Yeah.
I'd like to have some
Yeah.
lama
My
beans.
pinto beans.
And some
I make killer
cornbread and
butter
some
beans
onions.
with
Butter
lima
beans,
beans.
yeah.
You like
Ooh,
that?
yeah.
I'll make
Yeah.
you some.
Yeah, I
Some
do.
ham
Well,
hocks.
I pressure cook mine.
Pressure
I
cook.
can't find a pressure
I've
cooker.
pressure cooked mine.
I just cook them in a
I
Dutch
like the
oven
pressure
on
cooker,
real
cooker
low
for the beans.
all day.
My mother always
Yeah.
used a pressure cooker.
Yeah, they get done a lot
Well,
faster.
the pressure cookers now are different.
They are.
Yes, you can't. I
Remember
can't
that
open
thing
it
whistling.
up with this red until the pressure gets away. That's when the red dot drops.
Oh.
Then you can open it up. You can get in it.
Yeah, my grandmother had one that used to whistle.
You be canning stuff in there?
Yeah.
No, ain't nobody canning nothing.
Why not? You better learn. Because if China screw our power grids up and you can't can no garden vegetables, you'll be one of them 90% that die off.
I'm already ahead of that.
Why?
Talk about
My
killing the
grandmama,
power.
we ate out the basement all winter. We
Yeah.
had canned green beans, bread and butter pickles, vegetable soups,
Bread and butter
sauerkraut,
pickles?
and chow chow, and canned tomatoes.
Did she make
and,
jelly too?
Yes, and apple butter.
My sister
Ooh,
still
apple
does. What was that?
That's Ron
What the
hanging up.
hell was that?
That was Ron hanging up on the telephone line.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a little noisy.
Yeah, I can make you
Yeah.
some butter beans.
Butter beans?
Yeah, I do it with lima beans.
I don't like lima beans.
No.
I never have. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I used to not like them. I don't like them now. They still taste like plastic sometimes.
Yeah, I think you got to cook them a little longer.
Do you put something in them? They just taste
Yeah.
like.
You put some pork in them. Yeah.
I don't put pork. I
they
use
use-
smoked
Yeah,
turkey.
smoked turkey. Replace the pork with the turkey.
I don't use any pork.
I don't eat the pork. It just seasons it.
Yeah.
Well, you're still
It's
eating
too
it because
salty.
it's in there.
Yeah.
I eat the pork.
Yeah.
Well,
Stop it. Stop.
you eat the pork. I don't eat pork.
Yeah, I eat the pork.
I had pork loin the other night. I had a pork loin and some vegetables.
Yeah.
I just
And
can't
a
eat
turkey
pork.
tenderloin. I can't.
I'm trying to go
Hey.
vegetarian. I want to do vegetarian, but it's so hard and difficult
Yeah, it
because I
is.
Then
love.
I drive by
I'm
Outback and smell
carnivorous.
that steak.
I was
I live right by
vegetarian
In
for
and Out,
years.
so I get that to going to
I
my
know,
house
right?
every day.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
difficult.
tough.
The what?
In and Out
The
burger.
smell from In-N-Out Burger when
I'm
you
not
pass by.
crazy
Oh,
about
yeah.
In-N-Out. I'd rather have
No.
a burger from Denny's if I'm going to eat
Really?
meat. Yeah.
Denny's.
Because it's this
But
little
see, you can do
skinny
that 'cause
frozen
you white.
pan.
They'll
It
feed
is.
you in there.
Like Denny's, they make the. I'm not white. My skin might
You
be.
white
that.
when you
I'm
walk
right
in
now
Denny's,
going
they-
at it with somebody at the beach because she seen my sister, and she made a comment. I have the same father as my sister. Just because I'm not dark, we don't all have to look the same. And she said to me, "You're pasty. Pasty is that." And I'm being very nice. I have a
told
lot
you
of
should-
yellow in my skin.
You should have kicked her in the butt and kept
Did
on
you
No.
know
walking.
this lady?
She sits with me
No.
sometimes.
Oh.
I don't know her that well. So I come back again and I'm walking and I meet this light skinned black woman and we're talking and then I go back and sit down and that woman sits down. And then the light skin comes. She just started insulting me in front of that woman. And then they both started it. So my sister came and she goes, "Can you believe that's her sister?" It's like, why would I have to lie who my sister is? We don't all look the same.
Well, she's just a fool. Some
She'd
people
like
you
to
just
get
got to
you mad.
ignore.
Maybe
Yeah.
she just likes to
She,
get
no,
a
if you
rise out of
seen
you.
what
Yeah.
she looked like. She's got big pit marks in her face, and
Well, she's got issues.
she,
Well, she's
and
lucky
then
you didn't
she
get on
she
her
goes,
then.
she goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, I'm Native American too." I said, "Well, I'll bet you're not registered, because don't insult us Indians, because
Registered.
that's basically." She was talking to me bad.
Registered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a registered Native American.
What's registered?
I
Authentic.
have papers that tell you I'm Native American.
Authentic.
Yeah.
You can't
Oh,
get in
really?
colleges now if your kids don't have those papers. It
Right.
used to be anybody could say they're Indian. It doesn't work like that now.
You got to do a DNA
I have
on
land on the reservation.
Wow, really? The DNA? You have to go
you. Well,
to DNA
I don't know
also?
if it's that.
They're
extent,
actually saying that DNA isn't all the way proved.
What
They
they
say
say
it's
it is?
not real.
but-
I seen
Oh,
a big article on it
That's
that it
absolute
doesn't really
bullshit. Nah.
it doesn't really
Now, you
give
just pulling
correctness.
shit out
well,
your
I'm
ass
just
at
telling
this
you what
point.
I seen on
Where'd you
You've
see
been
that?
reading National
it. On news.
Enquirer.
I didn't read National Enquirer.
DNA is not real.
They said the one telling you what race
You probably took
are.
a DNA test and came back as you ain't Indian. That's why you're saying that shit.
I didn't take no DNA test. I have no desire to. Why would I want to take one?
He's messing with
I'm
you.
fucking with you.
That's okay. You need to go to your bird bath.
I haven't been in 6
Well,
months.
you need to.
Yeah, you need to
Why?
go get tuned up.
You need
You
to go
judge
get
me if I
fixed.
go, and then when I quit going,
I don't
you
care
try
if
to
you
send
go.
me back
I'd
there.
rather see you go there than just picking up women out of clubs. At least these ones
Yeah, I
probably are a
don't pick
little
up women out
cleaner.
of club. Hey, Lee, check your messenger and show Carol that picture.
Oh, don't
That's
show
it.
me his pictures.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with nudity. It's got to do with genetics and how you can look at genetics and tell if something is genetic or not. All
What?
my daughters are mixed.
Yeah.
All my daughters are biracial.
Carol, I sent you 2 messages.
But
Okay.
here's a girl that is not biracial.
No, you know what's kind of sad though when people want to judge you, because my sisters are darker than me, and they have curly. But you know, they're my sisters. I don't have to sit and put a sign on
If
me
you
saying
fell out
what
of the
I'm
same
mixed
vagina,
with. It's
they're your
nobody's
sisters.
business.
Jesus. Way to put it. Way to be diplomatic there, Apollo. You know.
Well, I'm just saying, if you came out of the same womb, you're sisters. Yeah, absolutely
I did.
you are. Yeah, so that's your sister.
But that's all
Now,
I
your
was
mom
saying
might have-
is
your
people.
mom might have met the milkman one time, and she might not
That's
have the
what
same
my
daddy.
father tried to say.
But you look just alike. You
Yeah,
look
my
just like your
sister's
sister.
just darker.
Yeah.
She's dark. I'm not dark.
You have the same color eyes. You look
They
just
go.
alike.
They said, "Well, she's black and you're not."
They like to get you upset, Carol.
No,
That's
these
what it
women
is.
That's
don't
all
know
it
me. They just women don't like me normally.
Women are catty. Come
Yeah.
on, you know
It's
that.
like,
You're not like
you know,
you're messing
like
with
women tell me I'm skinny, but men don't.
Oh, please.
I've never had men tell me that. Just women.
Well,
Because you don't.
Carol, you
I don't
skinny
think.
as hell.
I'm not skinny.
I don't think I've heard many men going around telling women you're skinny or you're fat or I don't. You know what I
You
mean?
can't do that anymore because it's sexual
These
harassment
ones have
now.
been known to be insulting. That's why we did a body shaming thing the other day. How people need to quit body shaming people. People come in all sizes, and a lot
That's
of things
true.
are genetic. When people sit and insult somebody, back off of it.
I'm in love with
I'm
the shape
lucky I
of
don't
you.
gain weight. There's
Yeah,
people
my
that
father
gain
told
weight.
me when I was a teenager, he's like, boy, don't you ever date a woman with titties smaller than yours. And now my selections are getting more limited as the
They
older I
probably
get.
are, because you probably got man boobs.
I do got mammograms. I got them. C cups.
You're a C cupper, huh? Y'all are
I
crazy.
wonder why men get those so easy. Is it you quit doing
think
push-ups?
My doctor said they
No.
will. My doctor said as you start to hit. I talked to my doctor about it. He was like, "Yeah, your testosterone." He said everything will give yourself a couple years. It'll all level back out. He said it's a shock. He said most men that go through it, like you'll start to notice it, like right as you approach late 40s, early 50s. He said then you'll.
It's a hormonal thing.
Hormones.
Yeah.
Like women, then.
Well, they
Yeah.
get something similar.
Yeah,
to
we
I think
have
it's in the
July.
food.
We just don't have hot flashes.
No.
We just get a Corvette and a pinky ring.
You know what? You're telling the truth there, because when my brother-in-law started going through that, he called me up and asked me, could I put a ponytail on him? My sister was furious, because every day she had to get up and put his rubber
Right.
ponytail.
They just say,
And
"Why
they go out and
only
they do get a
old?
sports car, man. So they do go
Why
through
it's
a
only
change.
old white men in Corvettes?" I'm like,
No,
hell,
he's-
that's all they can afford.
It's
the
black
motherfuckers.
guys, too, because he's black.
Is it? Oh, I know, but I'm talking about down here in this dirty south.
Oh. It's just men do
Brothers
go
down
through
here
it.
now, they don't want no Corvette. Brothers they go out and buy a 10-year-old BMW.
And then they want an 18-year-old girlfriend. But like I
Right.
tell them, if you don't have
Yeah.
money, you can forget it, because she ain't going to want you.
See,
And it's the same thing for women. You go out and you want to date a 20-year-old, then you better get ready to help him out.
it's plain and simple, huh?
I got
Blame
me a
mama.
new
That's the way
girl.
it
I
goes.
got me
Blame
a
mama.
new-
You want a boy
Did I send you a
toy?
picture of
There
that
it
girl,
is.
Lee?
Yeah, which one? You sent me a bunch of
The
pictures.
little Hispanic chick I've been dating. Did I send you her picture?
I don't think
Oh, that's
so.
why you haven't been at the bird bath.
Yeah, and she fine as a mofo, too. I'm going to send you this picture, Lee. Hold on,
Yes.
I'll send it to you right now. Hold
Okay.
You
on.
don't want
I
to
think I
see
got
some
it.
of his pictures he sends.
No, this is a legitimate picture. Hold on.
No, I'm looking back at some of your stuff you've
Hang
sent
on, I'm going
here.
to try to see if I got it on this computer.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, here
Bring
is
it on.
right here.
Oops.
Hang on.
He's not putting it online, is he?
Oops.
Yeah, he's sending it to me in a.
Yeah, I'm going to send
direct
it to
message.
my messenger. Here you go. Yeah, that's her. Christine.
That's your new girlfriend?
Well, I mean, I have household privileges. I can go spend the night. time to time.
Okay.
Oh, so you're
And
not
I don't
going to
have
the
to-
bird bath anymore. You got a private.
And I don't have to
private
leave
one.
money on the I don't have to leave money on the dresser when I do.
Oh, okay.
So where do you leave the money?
How old
I
is
don't
she?
leave money. And she the last time I was there, she done went and got me some something to drink afterwards and brought me some tea in there, brought me an ashtray. I'm like, you don't smoke in your house. She's like, I know you want a cigarette. I'm like, but I go outside. No, you don't have to. And then she done brought the wet washcloth and then done give me a little sponge bath afterwards and clean me up. And I
that's
said,
your-
I gotta go.
That's your girl right
She
there.
said, why? I said, I gotta go. She said, why? I said, because I'm gonna propose to your fucking ass if I get out of here with you.
That's your
And she's
new
like,
girlfriend,
"Hi,
man."
Poppy. I'm like, and you keep calling me Poppy, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. I gotta go.
And behind all of that, I gotta go.
It's time for
Yeah,
all
she's
of us to
talking
go.
about, "Hey, Poppy.
Is it that
Hey,
late?
Poppy."
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm happy for
Yeah,
you.
she's
How old is she?
28.
I thought you said 12.
No, 28. Now that's in Mexico now.
Well, boy,
Later,
boy.
y'all. I had a
I'm
great
trying to
time.
get this
Later.
picture up here so y'all can see her, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it that quickly, but let's see what we can do here. Before we go, we're going to show Apollo's new girlfriend. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll get this over here.
Boy, I would say she's just a friend. I ain't claiming.
Oh, no. You can't backpedal now.
It ain't no proposal.
This is your girlfriend. There she is, folks.
It ain't my girlfriend.
There she is.
wow.
That's just somebody that I go back and give her a spinal adjustment about twice a
She's
month.
cute.
Yeah.
She's got. Does she have extensions in? She kind of looks
No, that's
like.
a real hair.
Thing off.
She kind of looks like Kim
She's a pretty girl.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
They all look like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, they all getting that, buying that look now.
All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow right here at 10 on the West Coast. It's the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and the cast of characters, and they're all here today. I mean, everybody but little Frankie, I think. So have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. Spread it out, okay? Hit the share button right now and share this show with all your friends. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 on thepowervoices.com. Bye-bye.